Cool. Are we good? Are we done getting our shit together, YouTube? Because it's not my internet connection. I've already checked this shit. So cool. I'm live. So can you guys hear me? Apologies to you guys. It's just shit's just stressful. So this is how it is. According to this, my connection is all good. My stuff is all plugged up, and yet YouTube tells me, well, you got a connection error. So fuck YouTube right now. Cool. So it's a lot better on the mobile device than it is on there. So while that's going on, let me go ahead and shut my door real quick. What kind of guys? I'm going to show you guys around. So for those who haven't actually been on my live streams as often, let me kind of show you around a little bit. So this is kind of like the new setup that's kind of gone on. So originally, what you're seeing now, this is the new setup. So basically, right where this is right here, this is basically originally where the studio was. So all of this was originally right here. We basically moved everything around, and then we're seeing some stuff that's still the same to some degree. I actually got some brownies, so pretty cool. Then my little wardrobe that's right in here, so that's where I'm kind of planning some stuff. And my cat who keeps scratching up my damn box, monkey. You know who you are. Want to say hi? And then there's Wheezy. Here's my best little buddy in the whole wide world. He's a grumpy little kitty. I love him to death for it, but play a beat in the drums? Well, I wish I could. You know what? Hold on. Let me do this. Snare right there. Let's screw it. I'm putting my fucking Metallica beanie on because fuck it. So we're gonna go back over here. Surprisingly, I'm kind of kept my calm here a little bit because technically I'm under some stressful and anxious mood. Technically one of the most anxious I've ever been in about, I don't know, 10 years. I mean, fuck it, I'm 28 after all, and I'm not going to really go and specify in the detail what's going on, so I don't know. And I don't know how long I may be able to do. I mean, I may still be able to do this, just not here. I can't explain that over live stream. It's just a different change and different pace. I don't know exactly how or what I'm going to do. So, just a lot of just weird shit. Let's see. There we go. Cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use Google Chrome to load up chat. That way I can just see what's going on. Just see what the fuck's going on here. Make things a little bit easier. And I wonder what that was supposed to mean there. But anyways, how you guys been, man? Like I said, I'm kind of like, I'm under some stress and anxiety from some big shit that I'm planning. Just a big change in life right now. Going to bed, stopping to say hi. Well, hi to you too. Hope you're doing well. I hope you get some good night's sleep. Hopefully we can talk again soon. Let's see. I think I might actually grow out the beard. Peace of mind for you. Thanks. Yeah, it's suddenly it's working over here. Anxious about my birthday coming up and visiting family. But other than that, I've been doing pretty well. I mean, it's good right there. I mean, you got family in mind right there, and it's family should always be there for you, man. That's just how that is. I'd say what's going on live stream, but like I don't want to kind of like give it away because what if someone from my work or if someone in my family or someone that I know personally is watching this and they kind of get the hint of what I'm trying to like drop at, but it's nothing bad. It's just you know, life is about taking chances, you know, and you got to take chances in life. You know, you got to take a risk. You know, there's no point to it if you don't take the risk, if you don't take the chance, and that's all I'm going to leave it at. But that's basically as far as I'm going to go into detail. But it's one of the things I'm just really stressful about. Um, if it pays off, I could basically explain it. I just don't want to say it because again, it's not fully set in stone, and I just think it's about time that you know you know that just happens. You know, hope whatever's going on in your life gets resolved. I'm sure it will. Like I said, it's nothing really bad. I just think it's just time for a change of pace or a change of a good change of life is what I'm driving at. For some that I personally do know, I'll message you and tell you what's going on. But let's see. Well, it's the dad and stepmom. It's nothing horrible, but at the same time, let's just say I overthink. Overthink or not being wholesome enough. No, I can understand. I actually have that sort of way too, but just in reverse, if you know what I mean. With my mom and my dad, in that sense. So, like I said, it's just in reverse. Fudge. It's been a weird kind of day. Surprisingly, I'm off, and gosh, man, my cat really cut into me. Wheezy, you really tore into me. Shoot. I'm just surprised I didn't tear all the way open. That and being an aunt also. Okay, yeah, see. At that same time, I kind of wish I could be an uncle in a way. In my family, my brother doesn't have a kid yet. Uh, no siblings of mine have kids yet. I mean, I have an older brother. He's like in his 30s, but he doesn't have kids. But like, I got another brother who's like 18, and they're yet to be a parent. He's got some stuff going on, but I would actually like it if I was an uncle. It would be pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, so it's working. It's just my computer itself is just being an ass, or it's just the internet provider. But then again, I'm able to do this perfectly well. So only child biologically, but I do have step siblings. Gotcha. Exact same position in a way. Just all of my siblings are just technically two of them are biological. In a sense, half biological because they come from different mothers. Um, and my brother, my stepbrother, which I just consider my brother, so there's that. All right. I'm gonna search this up real quick. Sorry if I don't sound like enthusiastic or like very verbal or just charismatic as such. I apologize. It's just I felt like doing this for you, but like I didn't find the exact right way to do it. So, okay, what am I gonna do here? Ooh, forgot about the prequel of that. Wheezy, what do you think? Well, someone said I should probably watch the next Dustin Dunn video and see what's going on here. Do not subscribe to the immortal John Hancock, and here's what? Now I know I said I wouldn't make any videos on this, but like, you know what? fuck it. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to see why, because when I type in not Justin Dunn, Dustin Nunn's name, my video kind of comes up number 3rd on there for 285. But there's like 2 videos he makes here within pretty much the span of a day, 6 hours ago. But I want to know why. What's the reasoning behind this? So this is Dustin Nunn here.
Hello everyone. As you can see by the title of this video, here's why you should never subscribe to John Hancock.
Okay, just putting on record, I don't know who this John Hancock is, so I can't make any judgments or assessments on that. So, and the only reason why we're going into Dustin Nunn's video when I said we're not is just because right now, I just made the stream just out of the blue, and I really didn't plan with anything here. This was just out of like anxiety and such. I was told that my dad, the shunning, had curse words because the subtextual theme of alcoholism isn't a big deal, but swearing is. This is an MPAA to King's Speech all over again, but personal. It's a good detail into that, especially since The Shining is also one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Also, next to the fact that Jason Voorhees, the villain of the Friday the 13th franchise, is actually my favorite horror slasher of all time. So I like how those 2 horror things can come together. But MPAA, alcoholism isn't a big deal, but swearing is. Isn't that kind of next to the whole thing with alcoholism? You know, verbal abuse and shit like that. It's weird.
For those of you who are not familiar with John Hancock, he is a video game collector and reviewer, and he's friends with Metal Jesus Rocks.
Okay.
And one of Metal Jesus Rocks' other buddies. Well,
Motion Picture Association of
on
America.
Facebook last night, I had some problems with John Hancock.
So you're able to address these other people, but you can't address the other people that pretty much made their responses to you. Really? Dustin, let me just make it clear. I mean, yeah, I was, in one of my videos, I was coming down with some, like, swear words and shit like that. I'm not going to deny that. Fine. But, like, come on, man. And like I said, the only reason why I'm just delving into your shit right now is just because I was just told by someone to just look at this shit. Fine. Got your wish. Moves and rating systems, inconsistent swearing is horrible, but violence is cool. Kind of reminds me in the way of Spawn, by the way. I think they actually had an MPAA for that. I would have to go back and to look into that, though, but I think they did the same thing with Todd McFarlane's Spawn. Why did I say Seth? Seth is Family Guy. Todd McFarlane is Spawn. I feel like an idiot.
I see him post a hateful post about our president, Donald Trump.
Okay, come on, man. Out of like millions of people that say things about Donald Trump, you're gonna get flabbergasted over one person speaking their mind about Donald Trump, whether if it is hateful or whatnot, which again I don't support hatred or whatnot. Now whether if it was hatred, whether if it was just their own opinion, their own perspective on the matter, come on, man. You're gonna get heated about one person. Come on.
You know, and believe it or not, Hancock is one of those Trump haters who wants Trump dead.
Now, I don't know that for sure. I would have to check out this channel to be sure, just to see if that may be right. I don't know. I don't know this person. I don't know anything about their channel. But, come on. We're really going to focus on one person speaking their mind out about Trump.
Now, I did a video in the past saying, get well soon, President Trump. Well, President Trump is feeling a little bit better, but getting back on point, John Hancock, the immortal John Hancock from YouTube, who reviews video games and whatnot, he posted a hateful post about President Trump, and I corrected John by saying Trump is not evil, Biden is evil, Biden is a pedophile, Trump isn't.
Well, I mean, at least you got a fraction of that damn thing right about Biden in that sense being a pedophile. But I'm not going to say that Trump is evil, okay? I'm not going to go to that regards, okay? Because people comparing him to Hitler or comparing him to Lucifer or the devil is just a... I feel like that's a way, 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 way bit of an over-exaggeration. However, though, speaking from my own personal perspective on the matter, I don't think that he's a trustworthy president in my own perspective of that. No offense to anyone who believes differently. I just don't believe that. Same thing goes with Biden. I don't believe he's trustworthy. That's the nature of the political game going on here. There's people on the right, people on the left that are trying to convince others that, okay, President Trump is evil, no, Biden's evil. My own personal perspective, they can both go fuck themselves. But, you know, you really shouldn't get this flabbergasted. Really. But the fact that you got triggered by someone saying something bad about Donald Trump, but you can't really respond to what we've addressed, or you haven't made any responses towards our issues with you as a bigot. You see where that kind of comes through? It's kind of like the hypocritical stance of saying that it's okay that you can ignore the people that are trying to... And there's some people out here, like myself, that are actually legitimately criticizing you for some things that I feel like you are out of line for. But it's perfectly okay for you to get so flabbergasted over somebody that says something bad about Trump. Come on, man.
A creep or anything. Trump isn't to blame for anything, blah, 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 blah. And believe it or not, Hancock is a independent, and he's neither for Republican nor Democrat.
Okay, so he's neither for Democrat or Republican, so how does this make him a bad guy? Again, like, I don't know anything about the dude, so I'm not really defending the person because, again, I don't know. But, like, when you use the context of independent right there, because I myself, I'm also an independent. I don't really like to side with the Republican or Democratic side. But when you make something like that, you're kind of putting it into the notion that anyone who's, like, supporting neither side is just a bad person, I guess, from how you kind of project the analysis or the context of that. I'm here to tell people on YouTube that being an independent is not a bad thing. Being a centrist between dividing or looking at the best of two options is a good thing. Now, people have thrown the centrist thing, and I don't want to get off tangent here. There's people like Undertaker Freak 1127 who's used this whole centrist thing. Independent people and libertarians exist. Get used to it. Sincerely, a apolitical adult. Thank you. And see, as someone as a centrist, there's going to be people like Undertaker Freak 1127. So when you've addressed before too, by the way, who also happens to be a very, very hard Democratic. Now, I don't care about his Democratic views. That's fine. But when he's malicious about it, because people like him and people like others are going to throw in the fact that, oh, well, if you're a centrist, that must mean that, you know, if you had to choose between racism and non-racism, why does centrism have to be in between? No, that's not necessarily the point. Obviously, I'm going to side with non-racism because I don't want racism, because I know exactly racism is a bad and despicable thing to do. Centrism doesn't even need to be included in between because we obviously know which is wrong and which is right. Centrism is not necessarily in between the fact of good and evil. It's between the ideas and the political spectrums making the best of two ways. Now, whether if it is Democratic or Republican, that is basically what I'm putting as a centrist / an independent. So, to put that in a clear perspective, not everyone who is an independent has to be labeled as a bad person. If that's the way you're going about it, then I suggest you kind of actually go back and refrain from that. Now, I know that this is only about John Hancock. But again, you got to assess the context of that very carefully because people like myself and others could take that in a very wrong way. Just food for thought. Okay? I'm not calling you any names. We're just going to do this with legitimate criticism and with no cursing, no name calling, no verbal abuse whatsoever.
And he unfriended me, and I blocked him.
It happens. Don't be either Selenas or David.
He never talked to me on Facebook in the past anyway, so why should I give a shit about John Hancock to begin with?
I'm with you on that, Arlinder.
Well, anyways, do not subscribe to this guy, because if you're a Trump supporter like I am, and if you tell Hancock, that you support Trump on the internet, no matter what social media he's using, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, or whatever. If you're a Trump supporter like I am, John Hancock will block your ass. I'm sorry. This guy is just not worth being friends with on the internet. He is not worth wasting your time with. His videos are not worth watching because he's a Trump hater. He's not worth.
Yeah, well, the only reason why I'm watching Dustin Nunn is only because, like, I'm starting my stream off in a very awkward sense, and the fact that I have a lot of anxiety and stuff, and, like, taking the anxiety off in a way was just focusing a little bit on this one. And I was kind of told to watch this one, which I don't know who this John Hancock is. Let me go back and read that one. I'm sure John Hancock has an excellent presence and signature. Yes. We can go back to the 1700s with John Hancock. Some history lessons as well. But like I said, I don't know who this John Hancock is on YouTube or Facebook. I don't know. Again, like, I can't make any judgments or assessments, so I can't really judge Dustin on that sense. I can't make the fair assessment against Dustin Nunn in that sense. I don't know. However, though, the compile list of videos that Dustin has made does show a poor reflection, so I wouldn't know. It's kind of hard to kind of separate that, but, and for the reason for the stream, I'll kind of tell you a little bit more things. Some people already know this, though. I haven't explained another thing that I did want to address on the stream. Something personal that did happen to me, which I will fairly address this particular instance, but not the future-wise is what I'm saying. But something that happened to me that I found out about a few days ago, like 3 or 4, and it really got me emotional. It really hurt me personally, and thankfully no one back home in Texas was hurt. That's great and all. It's just something happened back home that really like it hurt me. Like it's basically one of the core of my being lays there, and part of that core of my being really hurt. So I'll address that here in a moment. Let's just continue on.
Subscribing to because he's a Trump hater. He unfriended me all because of my political points of view.
Now, I will, to some extent, agree with Dustin Nunn that if someone unfriends you because of your political views, that's not a friend worth keeping. Now, unless you support Nazism or, anti-Semitism, or pretty much, if you support racism and such, then, okay, yeah, you don't want to be friends with those people. It's always good to distance yourselves. But just because if someone's a Republican supporter or a Democratic supporter, come on, man. One of my favorite guitarists in the world, or one of my favorite lead singers, Dave Grohl, he's a Democrat. I'm not losing my crap over that. I mean, that's his own views and stuff, and I can truly respect that. Not because he's a celebrity, not because he happens to be the lead singer of a band, not because of his political aspects or the areas of that. But, he's a humble dude about that. There's people that I know that are Republican sides. There are people in my friends that are Democratic. A lot of friends and family that I know don't like Trump. A lot of people in my family like Trump. Why do we have to be enemies?
You Trump haters who are watching this video need to learn.
I can't be a Trump hater. If I hate Trump, then I would want him dead. Now, I did say on Twitter, that, karma is a bitch and he got COVID. That's what you kind of get for having pride. But I don't want the dude dead or whatnot. I don't hate the dude. Just because I disagree and I just think he's an asshole doesn't mean that I hate him or whatnot. Because personally, I don't know Donald Trump. I know he's the president of the United States. I know he's a businessman. I know he owns a conglomerate of businesses, but I can't hate the dude personally because I don't know him personally. You can't hate someone personally if you don't know them. That's something that you kind of need to have this little bit more of a bigger reflection on before making those assumptions. So, this is the guru side of me speaking, by the way, to you, Nunn.
That Trump is not evil.
Not evil. Do I think he's a dipshit dumbass? Yes, but not evil. So.
Those posts you read about Trump on the internet are nothing but rumors, lies, and gossip.
Okay, so this part, half and half. Yes and no. Yes, because there are some people that over exaggerate some stories. I have seen some over exaggerated stories, Dustin. So on half of this, I will agree with you. There has been exaggerated posts, videos, news, and such like this. But on the other side, there are some posts that I am convinced of that I just do feel is true. There is one post that I am looking into. I don't have 100% confirmation on this, that President Trump will not endorse another COVID deal with people, or the 1,200 again for another stimulus, until he is elected president again, which is a bit of a, if it is true, then that's a bit of a shitty aspect, because that's kind of playing with people's lives right there. You know, that's an emergency that people may need. You know, how long is this COVID thing going to last? I don't know. I don't know the full aspects of that story. I'm still looking into that. That's something that's still to be determined. But I have seen stories that have been exaggerated, and I have seen stories that I do feel that are true. So you really can't just put it all together and saying that it's all a lie. Okay? You can't have your cake and eat it too, man.
About Trump that are not true. Trump is not a bad president.
I mean, that's your personal perspective on it. That's fine. I can respectfully disagree, but again, it's out of respect on that part. Comparing Trump to Hitler is stupid. He's more of a diet Rick Santorum. And I say diet because at least Trump is more progressive compared to Santorum. Santorum, oh my gosh, that is like a name I have not heard in such a long ass time. Oh my gosh, Rick Santorum. That is a political figure I wish I'd never heard again. Right, Wheezy? Right, buddy? Yeah, I know. That's just what we're dealing with. Trump is far from the worst president, but by no means he is the greatest either. Exactly. He's not the worst. Well, okay, you know what? I gotta rephrase that a bit. That's just in my opinion. I feel like as a the way that he comes off makes me feel like that way. But he's not the best president either. But he isn't Nixon or Reagan yet. Nixon came off highly shady, I believe, in my opinion.
Trump has been the best president since President Reagan and President Kennedy, despite the fact that Kennedy was a Democrat. And Kennedy was the only Democrat who was good. Unlike the Democrats' later years.
Like Bill Clinton, I did not have any sexual relations with that woman. I don't know. I just figured I'd do that.
Who just completely flat out sucked. But getting back on point, John Hancock, if you're watching this video, and if you're going to do a response video to me, I'm not going to bother watching it.
But, okay, but Dustin Nunn, you're already making a response video to John Hancock. You just said in your video you're not going to bother with it, but yet we're watching a video that says do not subscribe to the immortal John Hancock. People are going to know about it now. You already made a response to it. So you immediately just shot yourself in the foot. Not bother going to... Yet he's mentioned... That's so bafflingly weird. He says he's not going to do it, but yet he does it. He mentions people in that name and such. And, I'm not trying to be mean, Dustin. I know I've said some things in one of my videos, I know. But I'm not trying to be mean here. But, I'm trying to help you open your mind up. Look, you don't have to change your political aspects. You don't have to change what you feel about President Trump. I'm not here to do any of that. What I'm here to do, though, is to help enlighten you a little bit to what things may be. If someone disagrees with you on a political opinion or in the process of politics, fine. Don't make a big deal out of it. Sometimes it's not worth mentioning. Sometimes it's not worth mentioning at all. As I may recall, when I actually called out President Trump on Twitter, oh my gosh, did I get flooded with people that thought I was a Democrat because I voiced out my agreement with Mark Hamill. Now, Mark Hamill is a Democrat. Now, I respect Mark Hamill very much as an actor and as a human being, do I feel like he goes a little bit overboard with the posts about President Trump? Absolutely. Uh, but I agree with him on some stuff right there. And I got like 20% power on here, so I'm going to try to charge this up before we lose any more power. But we still got a few minutes left.
Because you, dude, man, I used to be a huge fan of yours. I love
Okay, so he was a fan of this dude, by the way.
watching your videos. But, man, you are an asshole. You got some nerve. I don't know if you remember me or not, but I was on your Facebook friend list.
Okay, it's probably not a good idea to mention those kind of social media platforms. 'Cause that's how people end up stalking you. It's kind of good to hide that information, by the way. I'm just saying for the long run, it's probably a good idea that you don't mention those things. But again, that's just me talking.
And you got some nerve unfriending me all because of my political points of view. Dude, you are such a dick.
Oh my! I'm so sorry, Dustin. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I gotta grab my power cord and I gotta take a piss. You know what? No, the pissing can wait. That was hilarious. Such a dick. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. I gotta get this plugged in. I gotta keep it charged. But like that was hilarious. Okay, let's continue.
You are a dick.
One sec.
Are such a total dick.
It's like 5 times he's mentioned that.
So anyways, for those of you who follow me here on YouTube, and if you're familiar with John Hancock, do not associate with him. He is 100% pure, full of unwanted, full of 100% pure hatred of President Trump. And President Trump is doing a lot of good things for the U.S. He's giving people back their jobs. Congrats to him. He's trying to help find a cure for the coronavirus.
Okay, see, that's where I gotta be like, I don't know about that. Because I've been over that presidential debate, and the talk of the whole COVID cure has been going back and forth. If this John Hancock dude is really doing that, then maybe, but it's not really Dustin Nunn. I guess that's cutting ties with people. It's this John Hancock dude, I believe. But like I said, I don't know exactly what's going on with the dude. I don't know. There hasn't been any screenshots, messages, or anything submitted forward, so I really wouldn't know. But I'm just going over the general analysis of what I'm going on with here.
And yet, you asshole independents and you asshole...
Okay, see, now that's where I gotta stop you right there. Dustin, nobody... Like, people with a right mind as an independent don't care if you're a Republican. Sorry for raising my voice again, but this is where you really need to watch what you say, because again, I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Trump supporter. If you're a Trump supporter, fine. I don't care. But you don't need to generalize. This is one of the main sins of your channel. This is one of the main problems with your channel, is that you generalize people without the absolute knowledge of what you're talking about. I mean, I myself, I can be guilty of that as well too. Sorry. But the thing about that is that when I learn from stuff like that, I learn to process the information further and to understand further. You, on the other hand, are just jumping to a conclusion without the proper evidence in the proper conclusion or the proper buildup of information. So I'm going to urge you to carefully rephrase that. If you ever get a chance, do some research before doing that. Don't lump everyone into a single category just because of an affiliation to a political spectrum that does not suit your own. Please.
Democrats have no faith in Trump.
And that's not for you to decide or to judge.
But I have faith in him.
Cool. Okay. And that's your stance. Sorry.
Donald Trump does not brainwash the masses.
No, but I have noticed that he is full of pride. And I don't mean the pride as in... Sorry, I keep getting hair in my damn mouth. Sorry, hold on. Ugh, that's disgusting. That he is full of pride, and I don't mean that in a very good way. Pride in the sense that it feels like he's making it more about him. But again, that's just my own perspective on the matter. If you disagree, fine. I'm not going to hold that against you. I'm not holding that over your head. I'm just telling you exactly what I feel.
Wannabe president,
I agree with that.
pedophile Joe Biden.
Okay, something you got right. Okay.
Is the one who's brainwashing the masses.
Okay, so... Okay, this is where I gotta be a tad bit harsh. It's not just Democrats, okay? It's like Republicans and Trump saying the Democrats are the cause of all this, and then, vice versa, the Democrats saying that it's the Republicans causing all this. No. We're just shitty-ass human beings. I'm sorry, and I know I'm cursing, but I'm just saying we're shitty-ass human beings. It's basically what I'm driving at. And that's why.
Saying, President Trump is bad. President Trump is not a good president. Yada yada.
Actually, I'll just let it continue.
Yada yada. So, anyways, my point being is the bottom line is do not subscribe to John Hancock, who's friends with Metal Jesus Rocks. So,
that is something Orlando actually does that brought up a good point, because I actually brought this up during the presidential debate. This is what I felt like was karma for Donald Trump getting COVID. And again, I really do hope he recovers and he learns to be a little bit more humble about his position as being the president. Because I believe, in my own opinion, as much as I really don't want to vote or choose sides, if there was any winner, I think Trump is probably going to be the one to come back out on top. Just because of how much more people have been more out there in their sense about Donald Trump. Has been a little bit more than what I've been hearing about Biden. That's just what I think is going on here. That doesn't mean that I support him, but the whole thing about treating people as numbers, I feel like was karma to Trump in that sense. So I think he needs to be a little bit more humble about his position if he's elected president again. It's just what I feel. But yeah, Orlinder touched up on a good point. Sorry, I butchered the name. So there is one more that we're going to do this, and then I'll kind of explain exactly what has been eating at me. One of the reasons, not the future in question reason, but the other one. So he says he doesn't want to make responses. Leander. Oh my gosh, I feel like an idiot. So he says he wouldn't make these responses or not acknowledge, but there's a response video to this Cybernaut, which is weird. Long distance relationship. That and I can't. Oh yeah, the not a prisoner reference too. I remember those. Let's see. Violator Comics and Collectibles. Oh, I'm kind of surprised he's a Violator fan. If some of you guys who don't know who the Violator is, if you guys actually watch Spawn, the Violator is Spawn's #1 arch nemesis throughout the entire series and comic book series as well. So, do recommend you check out Spawn. Kick ass. Alright, so let's see what this response to Cybernaut has to say. And it's got 3 dislikes to 1 like, so let's see what we're in for.
hello, Cybernaut. I have seen your video about me here on YouTube, and you are taking things the wrong way about.
I think that's who that is. I really haven't gone into this person's channel, but let me type that in. Because you may be right. I don't know either. I don't get why he said he's not going to do it, but then he does it. I don't know. I mean, I technically shouldn't be doing this, but again, I think this kind of takes the anxiety off a bit, but Cybernaut. I knew he's lying when he's... Oh, yes. Cyber... And nothing pops up for that one.
What I'm saying in my thoughts on long distance relationships video and female scammers.
Okay.
You say that I am too lazy to get a job and travel? No, lady. I'm not too lazy to get a job.
You're good, Chelsea.
Me, I'm not a scammer. I don't have a job yet. I will get one sometime soon in the future.
When exactly is that, please? Okay, don't take this disrespectfully, Dustin Nunn, but you look older than me. And I'm a guy who's like 28. I've got a job, but again, I can't go into detail with this because it has the reason to do with... Oh, okay, so 31, and I'm 28. So, yeah, I'm not going to continue to live with my relatives until I'm 31. Shades, I'll message you exactly what's been going on. You know one of the reasons, but there's something else on top of that, and it's going to be a life changer. So we'll continue on.
I am more into the local women, and not the long distance ones, and scammers. I am not just scammers. And yes, I know that the ladies who I meet on the internet are scammers, and they're probably not real women, but that's not the point. There are some non-scammer women who won't get jobs, get off their lazy butts and travel and meet me either. Meet me too. I am currently looking for a job in my artwork, and I don't play video games all the time. I play my video games whenever I feel like playing them.
He's lumping LDR with catfishing. Dustin, okay, look, I got nothing against you wanted to actually, having a job as, being an artist too, but, like, you got to start somewhere, man. If you want to do that, get a job while doing that. There's nothing wrong with that. But, like, here's the thing, man. And it's not really much for me to say because I can't really say much because, I'm 28. I still live with my freaking family. And I don't want that anymore. But the thing about it is, Dustin, you're 31. I'm actually trying to get out. I'm trying to get out of Vegas, and that's a little bit more than the detail I really wanted to reveal. I want to get out of Vegas for good, on my own, and it's gonna be tough because I'm gonna be taking a few risks. It's not officially set in stone, and yes, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of revealed a little bit more than what I needed to reveal, but that's technically kind of the life changer. So whether if I am still working at my job or if I transfer out, work at another job back in Texas, I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on. Nothing is set in stone yet. I'm really trying to make it work. It's just because there is pressure on me as it is, and I'm trying to make it work. You, on the other hand, Dustin Nunn, you've had 31 years. 31 years. The thing about it, though, is that when I got my job, it was my first job. It's my first official recurring paying job. I got that at 2012. I've held this first job down for 8 years. Now, I'm not making enough as it is, which is why there has to be some sort of change in my life. But I've held this job down for over 8 years. And that's saying something. So I was 20 years old when I got my first job. I actually tried in Arkansas. They wouldn't take me. It was weird. Moved out, came to Vegas, got an opportunity. And you know what? I think it's time that I spread my wings a bit. But you, Dustin, you're 31. At least with me, I'm actually trying to get out. I'm trying to go live my own life now. You, on the other hand, Dustin, man, come on. You got to get with it. No one's going to take you seriously like this, man. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you straight as it is.
In other words, I don't play much. I spend time with my friends and family. I get out of the apartment. I get out of the apartment sometimes. So, you don't know me at all.
It's the same way around. You don't know the other person too, so how would you know? Hey, monkey.
You don't tell me that I should get off my butt and get a job and travel. I don't travel to other countries because I am native to my hometown here in Ohio.
So, I mean, but what's wrong with traveling to other countries? I mean, yeah, that's not really a comforting job. I mean, you got to go from place to some place you don't know, but like, what's wrong with that?
I will get me a job when I'm damn well good and ready. Damn it.
Monkey, are you hearing this? I'm Dustin. I'm sorry, but like, you're 31, man. This isn't the 40-year-old virgin, man. I'm sorry to throw that analogy at you, man, because you're 31 years old. I'm 28, but again, I'm trying to get out of Vegas, man. I'm trying to get out. I don't know. There could be a chance I could be homeless. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going to happen to me because I'm taking a chance. See, the thing about it is, Dustin, is that I think I'm about to take a chance on life here. I'm about to take a risk getting out of Vegas into basically going back home. And it's not exactly a comfort zone thing here, too. You know, I don't know. I could try getting a job, you know, living with some roommates back home. I don't know. There could be a chance I could be homeless. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going to happen to me. But, you know, that's life. That's taking chances. You know, if I could make a career out of doing this, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, at the way that I'm going, it's not going to be that way. The grass ain't always greener, man. You can't always get what you want. Chelsea really likes you, monkey. You know that.
I will get me a job until after COVID-19 is over with.
Dustin, we don't know when COVID-19 is going to be done. People are still going out getting jobs regardless of COVID. They're taking the risks and chances out there. I mean, yeah, I do kind of agree that the risk of getting COVID pretty much at our age is not really that significantly high. But come on. I'm about to take a chance on life here. I'm technically going to be I'm going on a trip here soon too on the 29th. I'm not officially moving. Nothing has been set in stone yet, but I'm going on a trip on the 29th. Depending on how things go, I don't know. But I'm going on a flight, going home, because just some things have really been hurting me deep inside. And I might as well say it here. For some of you who do know, I've actually posted this to Facebook of mine. Might as well. My old house back in Texas was on fire. Now, it wasn't the whole house, thank the Lord, and no one was hurt or injured or killed. The garage itself was on fire, so I don't think they have to rebuild the house, which I'm hoping they don't have to rebuild the whole thing. I'm thinking it's just the garage. And if it's just the garage, okay, I can live with that. Because if the whole entire house was torn down and had to be rebuilt, it would not feel the same to me, because the house that I lived in that got burnt, like that was a huge part of my life. It's not my house anymore, but that was where the core of my being was. This is way before ThrashMetalGuru, the Metallica Guru. Technically, the Metallica Guru was in some way built during that time when I lived in that house. But this was before the Metallica Guru kind of like took off. It was just a channel, and it just had a few people that I knew. That was it. Then eventually, the Metallica Guru, over the years from Arkansas to Las Vegas, changed to Thrash Metal Guru. So basically, the core and foundation of my character, not as a YouTube persona, and not only as a person, way before that, but that is where a lot of my high school years and middle school and pretty much my elementary years coincided right there. That's basically where a lot of things for me happened, and it's one of the reasons why I took that chance to, I'm going to go on my trip. I'm going to see if there's any job opportunities out there, and I want this. I want to be able to take that chance, go out, be happy, and it's going to be a sad time. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be pain that comes along with it too, but it's going to be hard. But whether if you believe in God or not, I'm not asking anyone to go into like a holy war here. But I've been praying to God, and I'm hoping that it works out in the end, because I want this. I've been waiting so patiently for so long, ever since 2010. I've been waiting patiently for over 10 years. 10 years to finally move back. I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't want to go back to Georgia. I don't want to go to Arkansas again. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere else. I mean, good places to visit, out of state, yes. But I want to go back home. And let me show you guys. Let me be real with you guys. Let me close this door while we're at it. I want you guys to take a look at all this. All of it. Everything that I own in this room. You know what? I would be willing to give all of this up. All of it. Every single one. I will always be a Metallica fan. I will always be, a Dragon Ball Z fan, a Star Wars fan, a Doom fan, and all of this. But if I had to trade all of this to finally go home and live the life that I really want to live, despite it may be a tough life, because I may not get, the job of my dreams, that I have to work maybe a 9-to-5 job, or a job that doesn't really kind of like suit me. But you know what? If I'm able to go back and sustain myself and live into an apartment of mine, or live in a house, I'd be willing to trade all of this. All of it. Now, with the exception though, because I want to be able to keep this. At least this. At least. But if I had to trade everything else, I would at least keep this. Because this is something, and Dustin Nunn, by the way, I want you to read this real quick, by the way. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. I want you to remember that. Because that is some tough, it's emotionally tough when you hear that. But again, if I had to sacrifice this studio, this office, this wardrobe, all of this stuff in my room, I'd give it up in a heartbeat. I would give up my dream of owning a Corvette Z06. I would give up my dream of losing my virginity to the girl of my dreams. Hell, if I had to give up this YouTube persona, if I had to give up live streaming, if I had to give up YouTube itself, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Now, if you guys still want me to be on here, then I will be on here for you. I'm just saying that if that's what it boiled down to, I'd do it. But Dustin, come on, man. It's a scary thing, don't get me wrong, but like I have to make those risks. I have to make that jump. I can't work this same job over and over again, expecting something to just change or something to just come my way. I have to go out and I gotta do it. If I end up homeless, then I end up homeless. But you know what? If I do end up homeless, by the way, I'll at least do it in the place I love. If I end up dead in the ditch, I don't know. And I'm not saying I'm gonna end up dead in the ditch, per se or officially, but I'm just saying I'd rather my life be. I'd rather be content with the fact that if I die trying, at least I could do it, with my heart and soul to somewhere I love. You, Dustin, you can't be lazy. Shades makes a good point. You're just using COVID as an excuse. That's lazy. My older brother, who works as a freelance photographer and videographer, he works for Marvel now. My brother works for Marvel now. You want to know how he got to where he was? He took risks. He went out, he networked with people. Despite COVID-19, he went out there, he networked with people. And guess what? He's a PA now for Marvel. He actually got to hold Winter Soldier's metal arms. He got to bring them up on set. And I'm proud of my brother for working for Marvel now. That's a big step in the career business. And I'm damn proud of him for that. So Dustin, take that as a learning. Take the L and just learn from that right there.
I am not like most men who scam women on the internet. That's not how I roll. And you don't know me very well, like I said before. You do not know me very well, you stupid bitch.
Okay, can we have some clarification rather than just do ad hominems? Again, I know I've said some things before too, but you know what? I had reasonings for why I said what I said.
And if I see another response video from you to me here on YouTube, I will not watch it.
Then why are you making a response video to Cybernaut to begin with? I don't know.
And I will not respond to you back.
Yeah, you just did.
I, like most people, get scammed on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Hangouts.
Yet we have not seen any proof of this, so I can't take something at face value. So sorry.
So anyways, I bet you probably don't have a job either because of the pandemic.
You're 31 and you don't have a job during the COVID situation. I'm 28. Yeah, I still live with my folks and stuff like that. But you know what? I've been holding down my job for over 8 years. At least I'm making money. At least I'm paying rent. I've applied for a credit card technically over 6 years ago. So with that, I may be able to afford like a studio apartment. Like if I could find one that's affordable, at least like 500 or 600. But assuming that the job hunt goes well.
Anyways, this is Dustin signing off, and have a good one.
He signs off, but it's 3 minutes and 17 seconds, but this video is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. So 3 minutes and 17 seconds is actually his video that should have ended, but now we still have another minute of this video to go through.
Hope you get this response video. And yeah, you are right. I should have renamed my video to my thoughts on scammers. But it has to do with long distance relationships too. Like I said, I'm not into long distance relationships because I don't trust women who are scammers. I'm not saying all women are bad. I'm saying most of them are. And you need to learn that not all men are bad. Most of them are. And I am one of those who are not bad.
The fact that you're against people who are bisexual, gay, and lesbian, and the fact that you're pretty much, you're discriminating against those people in the sense of, if you actually were a president in power and you want to discriminate against people, again, poor choice of words.
Anyways, you're going to make another video about me again, I am not watching it.
But you gave him what he wanted. Oh my gosh, Dustin. Like, at this point, I don't care what you do with what I say. But why? Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Like, I'm talking to you, like, down to earth right now. I'm trying to help you. I'm not like certain people out there, that are just going to make fun of you just because of how you look or how you talk, whether if you had that. That being said, that's pretty much all the Dustin Nunn stuff I wanted to take a look at, but jeez, just looking at some old stuff right now, it's weird. So I'm looking over some old stuff right now, making sure I didn't miss anything. How in the hell is Social Repose? How is this video that he has by Social Repose? Why is that in my? It says people also watch, but how does that have any relation to my videos? Maybe when I actually made the Wake Up Social Repose, which was like 2 years ago, but like the video that says the fan showed up to my house is dead. Like how does that have any relation to my video? I don't get it. And then of course I see videos like Boogie2988 firing a gun up in the air, which I'm a little mixed up about because Arkansas gun laws are a lot different from other state laws too. Now I'm not really going to jump into the defense of Boogie in that sense, but I will say at the same time I really think that he should have just called the cops right at that point. But it's garbage, but not Dustin Lows of garbage. Oh my gosh. There's no way I can describe in between that. Let me go ahead and do that. And I will upload that Lee Munsuk debate video that I have. I have it downloaded. I just need to re-upload it. We're all doomed. Trump versus Biden, featuring Weird Al Yankovic. Oh boy. Okay, so there's really nothing more going on with this, but I don't know. So you're gonna hear the dog bark, so I apologize, but so yeah, I don't really know what's gonna happen in the future. Again, I'm taking some risks, and I just feel like that's what I'm gonna be doing, and I don't know. Like I said, I'll try to do as much YouTube as I can. I'll try to do it even when I'm out there, and even towards the day I move out. It's gonna be kind of hard, but I got to do something at this point. I can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wonder what Repsion's talking about. Oh, get me out of that. I don't care about that. I wanted to hear this. Oh my gosh, Karen's Gone Wild, episode 8, airports. Okay, 10 minutes and 52 seconds. Let's see how this goes.
Joe Biden has spent his whole career working on the things that matter. Fair housing, voting rights, and opportunity for all.
That's right. Call management. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. I didn't do it for you. Lie.
So why did you start at me? You didn't even know me.
I call the police right now.
Go call.
You don't
Yeah,
know already.
please call.
Take this back and refund me my money. No, absolutely not.
Camera. Yeah. I got her. No, I'm recording her.
Welcome to Karen's Gone Wild,
boy.
episode 8. The damage control never truly stops with these Karens.
I can't wait to see what's
The
going on here with
entitlement, the
Karens.
greed, that's the Karen lifestyle. Special thanks to our sponsor of the channel today. You've heard them before, Raycon. These are their everyday E25 earbuds, and these are their best model yet. They're comfortable. They have a total of 6-hour playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and have a wonderful noise isolating fit. They have lots of
This
different
pizza
colors
Karen
and
has
sizes
devil
to fit
horns
your
for
ear.
hair. Oh my
With a discount
gosh.
discount
I think I'm
code,
gonna love that one.
buyraycon.com/Repsion, you're gonna get 15% off your order because these are a fraction of the price of normal premium earbuds that you would buy on the market today. They're really
Alright,
just
let's turn this
that
around so that way you guys
amazing.
can see this.
buyraycon.com/Repsion. Try your Raycons
What did I do? What did I do? Okay, here we go.
out today. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. Support the channel. Click the link.
Yeah, I've seen this one before.
Do you really need this? What do you want to do? Post it for you? How about that? Good. I think I'll get real close to you and cough on you then. How's that? Oh, wow.
That was a real bitch move.
Let's go.
Interested honoring it. Yeah, and that's my contract. Then, you know what? Take this back and refund me my money. No, absolutely not. You did not give me what you were supposed to give me. Take my money back. Give me my money back. Immediately. Immediately. I am not paying for a fraudulent order.
You have to take it over to
I am not paying for a fraudulent order.
It's the mobile.
I am not paying for a fraudulent order. Who's the manager? Who is, it's funny, I know it's funny, right? Who's the manager here? You're the manager? You're the manager. Who is the district manager?
What? You're the manager? Oh, I don't want you. I want the district manager. That makes sense.
This is going to
This
be
is
handled
amusing.
right now. Who is the district manager? You guys think this is a joke? Who is the district manager over here? Who is the district manager? I am asking you guys, who is the district manager here? You are not honoring the order. You better get me a real manager over here.
No, I didn't hear what you said. Keep it moving. No, what you said, you put it on my face. What is your name?
I recorded it. It's on my phone, so I can show them.
This is some weird shit.
Me?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you people.
And she's racist too. Why am I not surprised?
Oh, you heard that? Did you record that? Yeah,
Oh,
I got
shit.
it. I got it on camera. You heard what she said? Yeah. I got her. No, I'm recording her. I'm gonna show it to her
This
boss.
is the original. Oh my gosh.
No, I want management number, dog. And you won't give me management number.
Richard. Oh my
And what about management number?
Every Richard so far I've
And
ever
what's
encountered is a
management
dick.
number?
Every Richard in my life is a
Oh,
dick.
I'm American, so I'm American, mother.
And as an
Wow.
American, we don't want you. Calm down, take a chill pill, and walk out the door, please.
I'm American. Make no mistake, I don't speak Spanish. I'm American.
So now you're bragging that you're not bilingual. Bilingual is actually pretty cool. No reason to insult somebody for it. It actually takes a lot of knowledge and skill to know 2 languages, much less speak it fluently.
My mother's a World War II veteran. Oh, now you're gonna talk. I want the management number. Give me I want management's number. I want management's number. Oh yeah, you're gonna lose your cool. Call management. Call them.
Yeah, there's someone else in the store.
That's right. Call management. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
Yeah, because everyone has the right to speak their own language in that sense. So yeah.
Lie. Call management. That's from me. That's all from me. Nobody else did that. Nobody else spit on the thing. Call management. Call management. I want management here now. Please and thank you. All right, what about management? Call management. Call the manager. Where were you, in the back room?
Yes, and I'm allowed
You
to be
were in the back room doing nothing. You weren't doing your job. You weren't. I could have robbed this store 6 times. Oh, you're full of shit. Call management. Call your manager. Call the manager. Yeah, what about the manager? Call the manager.
That's one thing about Louisiana that I am actually kind of a fan of, even though it's kind of like a love-hate relationship I have with going to the state of Louisiana. But that is one thing I am a fan of.
I want your manager.
And that has happened. That actually happened in a casino, or actually I think it was an airport in Reno. Some guy got pissed off because some lady's son and her as well were talking to each other. She was speaking Spanish to her child. And her child's probably like in her 20s, or in his 20s, I'm sorry. And this guy got so upset over nothing.
Make no mistake,
It was weird.
asshole. I'm not a Mexican. American. Yeah, oh no.
What?
Ooh, ah. Yeah. Oh, how am I drunk? Come on, dude. I work at PGT. I think a piss test I'll clean you any day. You better take a piss test too. I want you to take one. I want you to take one. Yeah, I want the manager here. Call the manager. Tell the cops, call. I was born this way, so.
What?
Okay. Call the manager. I want the manager. What's your number?
So what does it have to do with me? You don't need to be racist.
That's what's the matter.
You don't need to be racist. For no
I
reason.
am right now.
Go live somewhere else.
Hey, at least she's being honest.
Wow.
Far better than being
That doesn't make it any better.
I'm calling the police right now.
Go live somewhere else. This is America.
Yeah, they should not let you in here.
And what do you think about yourself?
Learning swear words is a
My
great starting point
boyfriend
for
wants to come on
learning.
this.
Oh, good for you.
Ay, Dios míos.
I have a child with me. And you're gonna be this racist in front of a kid?
When the kid goes up, they get the
The
same.
person who will give you food is Muslim too. Then don't eat from their hands.
Just leave me alone.
So why did you start at me? You didn't even know me.
I'll call the police right now.
Go call.
You don't
Yes.
come
you
on.
can call. I would love to see them.
This lady acts racist in front of the server, in front of the customer too, and then she's calling the police because she feels she's victimized. That's just weird.
Oh yeah, they picked up right away. They picked up so quick.
Lo siento.
I want to report this and
Please call her.
harassing me.
Please call them. Yes.
Yes, I want her arrested. Yes, I do. Yes, you can find her in the cameras.
For future reference, telling somebody on the phone that you want them arrested, even a police officer or the 911 dispatch, that's not going to get them arrested.
Oh my God, this is so hilarious.
A stupid dress on.
What does it have to do with my clothes?
What you wearing is
Dusty Vanya, Anya.
She told me I'm good for Halloween. She told me I'm good for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. She's bum.
I'm beautiful.
You bum. You bum. You look like horror movie. Look at yourself.
I look like Marilyn Monroe. Everybody tells me that every day. Every day.
She reminds me of that Karen that everyone finds in the woods. She's like, oh my gosh,
Somebody's gonna have you. Why? You're not gonna say this?
that's what she reminds me of.
And I assume you're gonna have a fourth husband pretty soon. It's been 100 years.
Everyone teaching me Russian for goodbye.
Brine preserved. No wonder nobody wants to be with you.
You're smart.
Say mashallah, you had 3 kids.
We have time for one more before we end it off because we're gonna do the pizza Karen. I want to see how this one is. Actually, I want to go with it because I don't think I've seen this one. We're gonna try this
I
episode.
am calling.
You come back.
I do too live here.
Not anymore. You just
Yes, I do. I live here.
You just said you had a new.
I live here. You don't realize I am the greatest actress you have ever seen. You want to see Mania? Huh?
Jesus would wear the mask.
Jesus would know the science that's added up since the beginning of time. And Jesus would know the efforts of Satan when he was looking at it. And because he doesn't have any new tricks. The Lord works the same way, and Satan works the same way. What if something falls out of the sky and lands right on my head and I'm done? Well, I'm going to go out living. I'm going to go out with my freedom. I'm going to go out on top. I'm going to go out my way.
Well, welcome to Karen's Gone Wild episode 6.
Yeah,
This
what?
one's a long one. This may be the longest Karen you've ever seen. And by long, I mean she doesn't stop at any point.
Oh,
Can a
geez.
Karen really go on for almost 20 minutes? The answer's yes. This is the Demon Lord, the crazy ex-wife of Ultimate Karens. But before we begin, special thanks to our incredible sponsor of the channel today, AdamandEve.com.
Grab a copy of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, The Power of the S. Thompson.
Possibly imagine in your noggin. Their library is massive. One of my personal favorites.
Okay,
This
I'm
little guy.
fast
You can
forward
get
through
this,
that
I know.
because that's just too damn awkward for me.
What's his phone number?
503-635-0238.
And what's the case number you're going to give me?
I don't have a case number.
Why not?
Because I don't need one right now.
This is a case of domestic
No,
violence.
it's not. It's
Yes,
a
it
civil
is.
case of you trying to get your stuff.
He hurt me.
That was last week. We have a number of officers that have been out here over the last week. I just spoke with a couple of them.
You did, huh? And what did they tell you? Did they say they're going to help me?
Do you want your stuff or do you not want your stuff?
You have been no help
I'm
whatsoever.
asking a simple question. Do you want your stuff or do you not want your stuff? Can you at least get your
I want my stuff.
Okay. You guys remain right here.
And what if we don't?
Reasonable, ma'am.
Reasonable? Like I'm afraid of you guys?
Like, just let them do their fucking job. They're going to the fucking place and trying to get your effing stuff. Damn. I get that this was August 16th, 2020 from the video of Karen, but like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen this one before, so jeez, give these officers a chance, will ya?
Because you happen to be police officers? I'm not afraid of you.
This video is only going to get worse and worse. In fact, watching this for the whole 10-minute duration, I couldn't believe what I was watching. To give a little bit more background of this particular situation, this is an ex-wife. He owns the home completely in his name. She's not part of the house. They're going through a divorce. He got a restraining order against her, no contact order, and he essentially kicked this ex-wife out of his home. And I really don't think you need a good reason as to why he did that when this video continues.
What's your name?
Officer Usher.
What's your first name, Usher?
Officer Usher.
Usher? James Usher. Do you have a business card?
I do.
Can I have one?
After we're done here, yes, you may.
Do you think you're tough? Are you a good cop or a bad cop?
I'm a very reasonable cop, ma'am.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, that's an honest answer right
Bad
there.
cop. Usher.
I love his response. He's just biting his lip. He's like, I'm a fair cop. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You can hear the demon in her voice getting worse.
It's the Exorcist.
And that Sheldon is an even worse cop than you. And you guys
And it's
have been
hol-
out
it's-
here
we're in
and
the
you
month of
f***ing
Halloween.
arrested me, and I made a scene, and so therefore, what am I, unsafe? Is that what my record says?
I don't know what your record says, ma'am.
Why not?
I haven't looked you up.
Did you talk to the other officers who the other douchebag talked to? What's his name? Your partner?
Okay, thank you.
What's your
Oh, you're
partner's
good.
name?
Sorry, there's ads. Okay, there we go.
You don't need to apologize.
If it hasn't hit your noggin yet, this ex-wife was actually arrested and has a record of domestic
Abuse.
In fact, I'm shocked that she's not in jail, considering her actual
That's
record.
right, YouTube.
What's
I'm
your
actually
partner's
going
name?
there with the words
What's his
too.
name? Excuse me. Usher, I'm asking you a question. What's your partner's name?
In the house?
Yes.
Brian Sheldon.
Brian Sheldon is a douche coming out of my vagina.
This, my friends, is what we call a bitch. And yes, I went there too, YouTube. Bitch, tits, ass, pussy, cunt, boobs. Pretty much.
He is a cunt. You're going down, Usher. I'm filing a lawsuit against the City of Lake Oswego Police Department. And you can't even look me in the face? Are you afraid of
The
me?
guy's just standing there just trying to do what he's supposed to effing do. Fuck. For fuck's sakes. You're getting in this guy's effing face for him just doing his job. It's not like he's coming at you with pepper spray or beating you with his damn gun. It's not like the fucking protests up in Minnesota where all these cops and such were also pretty much shooting rubber bullets into people's houses. The guy's just standing there doing his damn job, answering your questions with calm responses and not getting in your damn face. And yet you poke your damn camera into this guy's face and you're threatening him with a lawsuit for something he didn't even do you any wrong for. You dumb, swindling fucking bitch. Oh, gosh.
Me? What are you afraid of, Usher?
Your partner's going through his pockets. I'm making sure I'm safe and everyone else here is safe.
Oh, please.
Thanks, man.
You gonna break out your gun?
Calling you 30 answers left.
You gonna kill him because he, looks like a hoodlum? He looks like a cancer patient. You wanna take me to the hospital? You think that's where I need to go?
Wow, ex-wife Karen, you have some really classy insults. This man's just standing here, doing his job, protecting you and not allowing you to go into a home that you don't actually legally own in any way. He looks like a cancer patient. And yes, Karen, you do deserve to be in a hospital.
A mental one.
Do ya, Usher? You guys are no help at all. How much do you make? Where do you...
The fact that the guy's standing here, which also looks like appears that it might be cold out there, being that he's wearing long sleeves and such, standing out in the possible cold, trying to get a domestic situation under control here and try to get the matters resolved, and you really want to be antagonistic to a guy like that. Jeez. This is also another reason why I believe marriages are so fucking overrated.
You live? You probably live in Tiger, have a shitty little house, or you walk around like you own the place.
Like you're doing right now, Karen? Because that's exactly what you're doing right now.
Because you think you're tall and you're manly and you're studly and everybody's afraid of you. Isn't that the way it is, Usher? Hey, keep your hands out of your pockets, okay? You really that worried about my friend?
Just a bystander just standing over there with his hands in his pockets. What?
And Joey, that's my friend.
It's fine.
There's Luke.
Looks like Officer Sheldon has your medications for you. Okay?
No, he doesn't.
Looks like it.
That's not my medications. So I have vitamins in there that I need to get. I have naturopathic vitamins.
I'm not going to go through all that stuff. You're going to have to go to a pharmacy to get vitamins. Well, you can pick that up.
Wow.
Jeff's not here. Okay? I'm not
Bullshit.
going to let you in the house.
I heard him. I heard him.
I just walked through the whole house. He's not in there. So you're free to leave. If you want any further stuff, you're going to have to make the arrangements either with Jeff or get a writ of assistance from the Clackamas County Courthouse.
And I want my pathogenic, natural herbal
Like, she literally smacked that crap right out of his hand. Like, all the stuff that he got that belongs to her, that actually has her name on it, she just smacked it out of his hands. How fucking disrespectful is that?
vitamins. I love how the officer just literally says, well, this medication has all of your names written on it, so clearly it's yours because it's in your name. She takes it and just throws it all over the ground. He says, well, you gotta pick that up. Like the entitlement of this ex-wife, they're actually trying to assist her to get what she's supposedly, allegedly claiming that she needs, and then she reacts this way because the reality is she wants in the house. Well, we don't know what for, but she's not allowed legally to go into the house because she doesn't own it, and it's the husband's house, and there's a restraining order put on her.
How do I do that, Ted?
Well, call them and they'll tell you.
Oh, really? Oh, like they're so helpful during this time of need.
Absolutely they are.
You are not helpful whatsoever.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
All right.
You
well,
suck.
I hope you get your medications.
You
that you
suck,
all over the
and so do you face.
You don't live here
I am
anymore,
calling.
So if you come back,
I do too live here.
Not anymore. You
It's
just,
gonna
Yes,
get loud.
I do. I live here.
You just said you had a new.
I live here.
Okay.
I live here because
Gosh, that
screaming
is
is
so
definitely
loud.
going to emphasize your point more. Can we just establish that if you're trying to make a point, screaming and raising your voice is not the way to do it. It's counterproductive. If you're trying to have a civil communication, it's never going to make your argument or your point heard anymore.
You need to leave.
Shut up!
You need to leave.
Shut up right now and let me into my house.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna kick down the door
No,
then.
you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna bring a drill back here.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I can be just as calm as you are, you face.
Great.
You.
Then why can't you?
I am.
Over the last 2 months, I've lost
damn
20
ads.
pounds, which blows my mind.
After 3 months, I've actually lost a
My
little over
heart would
16
be so
pounds.
sexual,
Actually,
Karen
almost
would be so
17.
soothing. Oh my gosh. This Karen. Oh my god. And then we finally see the face of this Karen. Oh my gosh. If I was married to this Karen, oh my gosh, would my life be a living hell.
Did you see those eyes, man? That is a face to behold. The demon ex-wife just
Basically, I'm reminded of Tales from the Crypt, by the way.
showed herself on camera. I love how calm this officer is being right now.
So am I.
You don't realize I am the greatest fucking actress you have ever seen. You want to see mania? Huh? Or do you want to see me floating in the sky?
I'd like to see you pick up your stuff and just leave.
No. I have every right to be here, so fuck off.
Are you gonna pick up your stuff that you just littered all over someone else's property?
You gonna arrest me for littering?
We can certainly call a couple hospitals and find you a spot.
Now,
Okay, that was like one of the greatest comebacks I have ever heard. We could find you a few hospitals if you like. That was so cunning for the officer right there. Like, that was like one of the greatest things I've ever heard an officer say right back to an asshole.
that is a burn. I don't know who this officer is, but I want to give him a tip. Because the way that he's handling
Give him
this
a
situation
promotion.
is so professional. Not every officer is a corrupt, terrible person. I think this video really demonstrates the professionalism of what an officer and how officers should act and behave in a situation where you have somebody like this.
Oh, really? I'm really threatened by you.
I'm not. It's not a threat. That's a fact.
What's my diagnosis there, sir?
If you're in immediate danger to yourself or others, which clearly you're demonstrating right now, then we can find you a spot in the hotel.
Am I clearly demonstrating that?
Yes,
Because I
you are.
littered medicine. I am a threat to
You
myself.
just told me that you were gonna drill a hole through the door so you can get into that house.
You dumb You! You and
And then she
you
flips him
and
off.
the Las Oswego Police Department! Ah!
I'm gonna turn the volume down. That's so fucking loud.
He just says, is there anything else we can do? He says it in this most calm. Is there anything else we can do for you? The reality is, police officers, they're supposed to serve the community. That is their goal, is to help people in need. And I know that in the current state of our country, America right now, that is not really what's happening. There is so much chaos. There is so much injustice happening. And I'm a fair person, and if there's injustice happening, I will always condemn that. But it's also important that we acknowledge that there are good people, and there are good people who do want to serve a community. and keep
Agreed.
People safe. And I think this officer is one of them.
Yeah, leave.
We're gonna leave when you leave.
No, I'm not leaving.
Oh no. Because if she goes into that house, they can arrest her.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely 100%
Stay away
true.
from me, please.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to stay away from me.
What are you afraid of?
Get 6 feet away from me, or you will get put on the ground.
You're going down, Sheldon. Go to church. Go to River West.
Okay.
You're the worst Christian I've ever met.
All right.
This video has gone viral, Betty.
Look forward to it.
No help whatsoever. I have the most brilliant mind you have ever met.
I hate when people say that.
I'm sorry. This guy, oh my god, he is so good. He's hardly even cracking a smile. Like, I feel like in his heart, he's actually laughing. He's like, man, this woman be cray-cray. Like, if I was
He had every
officer,
right to be a
I was
tad
in
bit
this
aggressive. So I'm like, if you come in
I would
6
be
feet
like,
of me, I'm gonna
literally-
put you to the ground. Like, you got every right to say that.
Not to laugh because of how psychotic and the things that this Karen is saying.
I have creativity coming out of my mind. I hear from God. Do you?
Yep.
What does he tell you, diphead?
Not those types of things.
Oh, diphead? Is that a really scary word for you?
No.
Oh, because he tells me to change the world.
Miss Ex-Wife Karen, I think the only world you're going to change is a +1 in a mental hospital.
What does he tell you, diphead?
Not those types of things.
Oh, diphead? Is that a really scary word for you?
No.
Oh, because he tells me to change the world. And I'm going to do it. And you're going to help me. And you're going to get sued in the meantime.
Okay.
Okay? I'm a lawyer.
Great.
Great.
This is my house, 5866 Ridgetop Court. This is my $1 million neighborhood. And these are the faces.
Joey? Thanks, Joey. Jamie, we should just get rid of this. There's nothing we're gonna accomplish by staying here. We'll get rid of assignment.
You sure? Or Usher?
I've already told you, man.
I forgot.
on your
A
recording.
million things going on in my brain.
Officer Usher.
My brain moves a lot faster than you, so catch the up, dip.
Jamie, I got you.
You have no education.
I got you.
What kind of
I
education?
hate when people
do you
do
have,
that
Usher?
shit.
Did you go to
Really?
college? No, you f***ing didn't. You went to some school to become a police officer, and now you think you're all powerful. That's bullshit.
I mean, Karen, you seem to be summoned by God to do good in the world. So who is the real one playing all-powerful?
Jeez.
You're a bad cop. We're f***ing out of here. Come on. You guys suck! The Lake Oswego Police Department sucks! Do you hear me?
Shut up already.
You're the
Fuck.
devil!
Then it goes into another
We're
ad.
working on the things that matter: fair housing, voting rights, and opportunity for all.
The video that she made backfires.
Did you know they're
Extra
called
content from my
vacation
previous
days
comment.
because you
Click
can
controversial
take
books
vacations
within
with them?
reason, of course.
To places
I mean, if you want to brush up on the history of behind controversial events, then
That was
by all means.
bullshit. This is going viral, dude.
Okay, so he was with her.
Get rid of assistance.
Oh, here comes another police officer. Wonderful.
Let's get out of here. They want you to leave, so let's leave.
Here's another cop.
Let's leave. That's kind of their message. They're like, we want you to go. That's all they want is for us to leave. All they want. Listen, if you give them an excuse, they can throw you in that mental place.
I don't give a shit. I like the mental place. You're my sugar daddy.
Oh my, man, you need to walk in the opposite direction, please, for your own sake. It's not worth putting your... Being crazy sometimes, man. Like, is it really worth the path that you're going down? Is it really worth
Why?
giving
Why?
somebody like this money? Do you really not see the problem?
I'll be a little bit for today if we can get the...
Okay, let's go!
Girls Gone Wild. It's Girls Gone Karen. Okay, so this is a different Karen video.
I'm gonna take my chances with myself. I will not put on a mask. Oh, I will not put on a mask to comply to buy and sell. I will not put on a mask for my vanity to be able to get a haircut. I will not put on a mask. I will not put on a mask for my kids to be able to learn in a CC community.
Look, Karen, if it's that much of an inconvenience to put on a mask, then you can, record yourself with child scissors clipping your hair. If it's really worth that much of an inconvenience to you, nobody's going to miss having to cut your hair.
I will not put on a mask because it is not proven science.
Karen, I just noticed that Gateway Church on the right side of your shirt right there, and it says a lot with what you just said. It's not proven science. If it's not proven science, then why, when you go into a hospital or you're being operated on or anything like that, why do people wear masks? Well, masks will not block 100% of everything. It does and has been shown to reduce air droplets and particles that we breathe and can infect other people with. But hey, look, I grew up in the Bible Belt. I grew up Southern Baptist. So you know what? I'm very familiar with your type of people who deny science, who still believe in a flat earth, who believe that the world was created in a literal 7 days by the snap of the fingers. I get it. You guys think that you know what science is and that all science comes from a book.
It's about compliance. A frickin' bandana is not gonna keep any virus from passing through.
She's just like clipping away at her long hair. And she's, ugh.
If the country really cared about safety, they would be talking about vitamins. They wouldn't be talking about sanitizing everything, because sanitizing everything kills the good, helpful, beneficial bacteria on your body.
Now, upon doing some digging, this same woman went viral not just once, but also twice. For actually saying that she hopes that her own children get COVID. No,
what?
I'm not joking.
I want to be able to exercise my American freedoms to make decisions about what is best
So
for
she's
me
the
and
same
my
woman
family.
from this one.
And
Oh
every
gosh.
single day we're taking our vitamin D and our vitamin C, and we're getting our sunlight, and we take probiotics not once, but twice. We have oils when we need to be proactive or reactive. We have colloidal silver. We do all the things. A lady told me, well, I hope your kids don't get it. Well, you know what, lady? I have science on my side. I understand that it's a 99.6% recovery rate. I don't even gamble in Vegas. But I will take these odds, I will roll these dice, and I will exercise my freedoms to not put my kids in a mask that gets over one step closer to looking like a Muslim.
Well, there you have it,
Oh,
Miss Karen. There's your
fuck.
real intentions behind not
Fuck.
wearing a mask because you're afraid to look like a Muslim. That is some of the most absurd line of thinking I have ever heard. I mean, at least you could bend like every other Karen and say that you have a medical condition
What?
which you don't have. I can't breathe. But you're terrified of your children looking like a Muslim wearing a face. So what? Does all doctors look like Muslims now because they wear a face mask? Really understand? You comprehend what you're saying right now? Your Christianity is speaking really well and authentically. Tell us how you really feel, Karen.
So maybe y'all thought I lost it yesterday when I was cutting my own hair. No. Today,
And your kid's in the
I'm
back seat
trying
listening
really
to
hard
you
to be a kingdom woman.
on your damn recorder.
And
Ugh.
it's getting harder. Because for some reason, there's articles out there trying to get people to turn on their neighbor. Take pictures and send them to this number so we know who the right...
I get the weird feeling that this kid's gonna grow up and they're gonna actually find this video game and be like, oh my gosh, I actually sat in the back seat having to listen to this, and now about 1 million other people have watched this video, and I feel so embarrassed and ashamed. I'm so sorry to the kid behind that.
...are, so we know who's non-compliant. I'm not saying people aren't dying. I'm saying people die every day from a lot of other things. More daily from a lot of other things. Let's talk back to that healthy choice of smoking. How many people, how many lives does that claim every day? And cancers from all the that they allow you to eat in your food. The FDA cares about our health so much that we have to put on a mask? Then why don't they ban more than 11 ingredients? 11 ingredients. Everything you're eating is packed full of sugar, which messes up your gut microbiome, which inhibits your immune system. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. I hope my kids get it. Then they'll have lifelong immunity. And if you guys know of anyone that has chickenpox, I need to expose Elijah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how COVID works, and it's already been established that people who have gotten COVID and have been recovered can actually get it again. COVID is not like having chickenpox when you're a young child, and thus you establish an immunity when you're older from it. I'm not a medical professional. I just know that for a fact that people can be reinfected with COVID, and it's already happened a lot all around the world.
I need to take him to a pox party.
Oh boy.
We've been exposed to COVID. I am 95% sure that I had it in January. I was tired. I had a little funky thing with my breathing. But I'm healthy, and I'm young, and I want it now, and I don't want it. I want it when I'm 38. I don't want it when I'm 88. So we don't need to slow the spread. We don't need to limit all the germs. We need to take care of our temple. The body is a temple. We get one. And nobody wants to take care of it, but everyone wants to force me to put on a mask. I will not comply.
I actually can't deal with this anymore. She goes on for like additional 15 minutes. I'm not kidding. It's just gibberish. And it actually really upsets me, the fact that her children are in the back seat. She's live streaming. She's screaming. And she's just spewing so much misinformation that It actually makes me upset because you know for a fact that her children, as they grow, are going to be taught misinformation about the world, about spread of dangerous viruses, and growing up in a very religious household, there's one thing that's a complete and utter danger to children. It is a lack of proper education and a lack of education of science. My science education as a child, up until age 14, was based upon the Bible. And while I know there's a lot of religious textbooks out there that claim that there are a scientific basis, they are not, and you cannot use a religious textbook when much of the information that's presented in these books has changed and new information has come forward which actually kind of refutes a lot of these quote-unquote science.
I'm not going to get into the argumentation with that because there actually has been a bit of a counter debate with that one, so I can't really go into that. But anyway, I'm just going to stop there because I'm just going to cut this short. Thank you guys for coming out. I do appreciate it. This is kind of taking my mind off some things, but there's just still some stuff I have to go through. Thank you guys for coming out, man. I'm going to just cut this short because I got to get to bed. Got a lot I got to do, and I've got to get to it very much. So I'll catch you guys later. You guys have a safe and wonderful day, all right, man? Catch you.